Today I'm going to review the verbs meet, know, and get to know. So let's start with meet. This is when you have the first interaction with someone. It's usually in person, but nowadays we could say, I met him on Zoom, for example. And then we go to know. We use know when we've usually met the person, so I know him, he's my close friend, or I could say I know about him. I haven't met him in person, but I've heard information about him. Maybe he's a mutual friend of mine. And then to get to know is the process of knowing someone or becoming familiar. So let's say I met some new coworkers last week. I can say, I'm going to go to lunch with my new coworkers to get to know them, to become more familiar with who they are and, learn more about them. Now let me go into some detail about some other verbs related to these. Meet with or meet up with are two verbs that you can use when you already know the person, but you're going to go spend time with them, maybe go to a meeting, go on a date, spend time with them. So I can say, I'm meeting up with my friends tomorrow, or I'm meeting with my friends tomorrow. Both of these really have the same meaning, meet up with and meet with. And two other phrasal verbs that are really useful are run into somebody or someone and bump into someone or somebody. So remember, somebody and someone can be interchangeable. So when we use these two phrasal verbs, these are saying that we saw someone that we already know unexpectedly. So if I go to the grocery store, the supermarket, and I run into a coworker or a friend, that means that I saw them and maybe I stopped to talk to them for a few minutes and it was just unexpected. I can say I ran into my friend at the store. And bump into is the same. So run into and bump into can be interchangeable in this example. And I wanted to say that both of these have a more literal meaning. So if I run into somebody or I bump into somebody, it could also be physical. So let's say I'm running to catch the bus and I hit someone on accident. I can say I ran into somebody when I was running to the bus, more physically. But typically in the context, you know which one you're using.